Where my cup at? Where my black at? I heard the ops finna slide. Where my strap at? You want what? You want 8,000 for a pint? I'm finna grab that.
Now I never be the same as you and me until
hey yo.
In my booth,
Yes, sir.
For her hand to move. Drusilla telling my son to call the police because she been sitting here saying she about to pour this water on me, balling it. But as I come to the stove to fix my food, she reached for the water. So I grabbed the pot and then I grabbed for her hand to move her hand so she do not grab this pot to pour hot water on me. When I did that, she told her son to go call the police. And that's why he's sitting here saying now, she told him to call the police when he know that's not right. I have it all on camera. Because to move your hand so you don't pour hot water on me when I'm just coming to the stove trying to fix my food. There's no reason for you to pour hot water on me. I have all of this recorded. I touched her hand to move her hand so she do not grab this. I did not even touch her hard. I touched it very soft. So you don't pour hot water on me, Drusilla. When I'm walking to the stove to make my food, I didn't walk to the stove to touch Drusilla. I walked to the stove to make my food. And when I did, she went for the pot to pour hot water on me, as she has been saying for the last 20 minutes about why she is standing here. My kid's food is sitting there. She said that she are standing at the stove to pour the hot water on me. That's why it is boiling. That's why she is standing here at the stove. The food is done. There's no need for her to be standing here. But she did that for the water to boil, and when I started walking to the stove, she reached for it to try to pour it on me. So I grabbed this part of the pot, and then with my other hand, I slightly touched her hand to move it. And when I did that, she told her son, go call the police, and he did not. He just moved my little man out of the way. He just moved my little man out of the way and telling her mama to stop. And I have it all on.
So guys, we've been seeing a lot of this lately and frequently with guys a lot of times pulling their camera out for their own protection, because obviously this stuff has happened in the past. And the red flag off top is if a woman's already threatened to call the police on you. I know you may be in love, you may have kids with her. He said at one point his son, then he said her son. So I don't know if it's his or just hers with someone else. But bro, if you got to go through all that and this woman's threatening to throw hot water on you, right? Which women don't care, man. Women will do an act of violence, then blame it on you and say she was protecting herself. It was self-defense, so she had to throw hot water on you. The fact you got to go through all that and you probably sleeping in bed next to her with one eye open. A lot of couples be going through this toxic stuff. Calling the police, telling the son to call the police. Man, listen, this is going to happen in the future. And for her to do that, she either tried to do it in the past or has done something similar. That's why you getting the camera out. Don't know the backstory. I know a lot of you guys gonna want to know the backstory, but this is the only part of the clip that I got. This is why a lot of guys end up in prison because of a woman, because she can't handle her emotions. She loses it. She'll even throw some hot water on them because she's mad, scald them, have third-degree burns, looking crazy, blinding dudes, all types of stuff, and they still rocking with women like this. That's why a lot of these women are single, man, because they can't control their temper, and the government, as well as weaponizing the police force, is always going to back them up in a situation like this, right? And ladies, you know this too. You've probably threatened guys and the guy's staying around, so you can keep threatening him because you think that he likes the abuse. And some of you dudes feel like you can't do any better. First time a woman does that to you, you need to walk out. You need to leave, show her that you mean business and that you're not anything to play around with. Because this wasn't the first, and this definitely is not going to be the last situation like this. You guys know people who police are constantly being called to the house. They're constantly arguing, fighting, putting hands on each other. And you know, when you do this in front of children, the charges get elevated. You get extra charges slapped on this. Children are present. So guys, you can do better, man. Have your own stuff together. If you're married, you should have known ahead of time, but things do happen. I'm not saying that women don't change after you get married. But nowadays, as a man, bro, this ain't the 40s and 50s. Women will make that phone call really quickly. And you know, when a black man is involved, a lot of times with police officers, it doesn't really go too well. But guys, let's get into some clips. Let's go.
¿Cómo estás, bitch?
Yo, a lot of those clips be using Caesar in there. But nowadays, Spanish-speaking folks, you never know, man. You never know who's speaking Spanish these days, what they got going on. And the fact that you would do that, unless that's the only language you speak, I get it. But the fact that you have the ability to speak one language, but you want to talk about someone in a different language, says a lot about you and your character and how much of a buster you are, instead of saying what it is that you're saying directly in front of them in their language that they can understand. But that's just my opinion, man. A lot of you guys can argue that point. Let's get on to the next clip, though. Let's go.
You have to be realistic. You have to come off of your high horse and be realistic. The numbers are the numbers.
The numbers are the numbers. Now, me personally, I never had a lady say go deeper or anything like that, because hey, sometimes that's all you got. And I'm not saying that to say that I'm like a huge packer, because that's not the case, but I've just never heard that. So shout out to the women who do tell you to go long. But as you say, the math's not math, and baby, this is all I got. This is all I got. Sheesh. On to the next clip. Let's go.
Don't drink too much.
What do you mean, brother? You don't even drink. I'll drink for you. Anybody else want some?
Orlando's a fool, man. And when he do get on that, I guess that provides for a good show. He's had his legal troubles, but Orlando's still been making these rounds on these different podcasts and whatnot. Talented young guy. Seems to be the life of the party. Shout out to Orlando, man. Says some off-the-wall stuff that I don't agree with, a lot of these things. And the people who put him on the podcast, I get it. It's entertainment. But hey. Next clip, guys. Let's go. You see a clip like this, you know, chicks trying to learn how to whine, and you got the snow bunnies, they got this. I mean, Jamaica, you know, you can offer all kind of stuff in Jamaica. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's some black girls taking advantage of this. You got some Jamaican women on Instagram that's teaching classes on this stuff, about that, how to whine and stuff like that. But yeah, she was running that like the Marines there, guys. Hands clapping, everything. Go, go, go. And, you know, a lot of these ladies have extended backs. They're trying to do their 1-2, but it's just not 1-2ing. Anyway, guys, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about these clips. Comment below. Much blessings and abundance. Stick around for the next videos. It's going to pop up on the screen below. That's where I'm going to see you guys at. It's your favorite everything. This is Wisdom. I'm the best. Let's run it up to 1 million. Quit playing with me. Peace.